Hello there, Jackie and Jamie here,
Aloha.
just on time, like I am.
I haven't even pulled the wire yet. So the wire I use is Beadalon. It's a
Oh, perfect.
seven strand. I use 7 strand because I use 3 strands together. So it's really about like 21 strands when said and done.
That is awesome.
And I like using the black just because it blends in really nicely. I
Yes,
actually
I'm
measure
so
the first one.
So thank you, ladies, for being here and joining us. As you can tell from the title, we are going to be sitting and chatting while Jonathan works on my amazing piece. And I just keep saying I'm so excited. And I usually have some little crystals on. But I was just telling Jonathan, I talked to him for like 3 seconds before we went live, that you'll see I'm in Ryan's music studio today. Instead of my tarot room, because I was teaching earlier and I teach in this room. And I was upstairs kind of losing track of time and thought I was going to have a minute to get set up. But it's cool because it's kind of like the hideout. I can just be extra
chill. Right?
So yeah, thanks, Jackie. That's all my husband's, his super awesome stuff. But I can pretend like I'm that cool and play all the guitars. And I'm assuming the notification will go out in like a minute.
Right.
Yeah, Jamie, you want to know? I do have my water here. That's what I'm sipping right now. But that's still fair enough. Sip, sip.
Oh, sip, sip. Okay.
Take a breath and take a drink.
I got this cup at a what is it? A White Rabbit or Christmas gift exchange kind of thing.
Yeah,
I really need a day between Saturday and Sunday.
I would love a day between because it just goes so fast. We try to enjoy it, but it's good. Like today I had, I was teaching earlier, as I said, but my husband and I both get like a little anxious when we have stuff going on because we just want to be with each other all the time. So sweet, right? But it's really better for us both. In the past few weekends, we've both been doing more of our own little things, kind of getting back into that routine. And that's actually better. We feel better after that. And I think it kind of takes away some of the anxiety of like holding on to the weekend so tightly. It's like we just have to like enjoy it. And but yeah, that's a very fitting, we would love another day in between.
I don't know anybody who wouldn't.
Yeah, right. I'm all about that 4-day work week. If we could get that into action, that would be nice. Jamie still got coffee there. That is awesome.
Well, yeah, I still got coffee too.
Well, yeah. I thought about making an early afternoon one, but I feel okay, probably because I was moving around. So I'll save it for.
If I drink coffee in the early afternoon, it's going to be hard for me to go to sleep at night.
Oh my gosh, I can have one up until probably 5 o'clock is the latest I would go, but like I'm totally fine if I still drink one at like 5. But
that's crazy. Anytime after 1 p.m. and I'm like up till midnight going, I can't sleep.
Must function. Yeah. Oh, and another fun fact is that there's the Scully, and this is
rose quartz.
my first crystal skull. Which seems crazy, right? I have a ton of crystals,
a little off.
Bracelet, I have a few pendants, but this will be my first skull, so it's like extra magic. Jackie
Don't be surprised if you end up with more skulls later.
Oh, I just don't know why that has happened that way, but yeah. So Jamie's asking what stones I chose, and really, I don't know what's going into it, except for the rose quartz, which Jonathan mentioned. He said, actually, I have this rose quartz one that's kind of aligning with, the keywords that you're talking about. And then I told him But that was so interesting because earlier, like once I had first asked him, that's what came to mind, even though I didn't necessarily know if that's what would match it. But that was my
Yeah.
first thought that popped to my head. And he said, actually, I have a rose quartz skull that would probably work well for this.
I
So
got some
that's
rose
all I
quartz
know.
chips. I got some moonstone chips. You said you like amethyst, so of course I
Yeah.
got to have a little bit in there.
Look at that. Yeah, see,
And
so you're all finding out with me. It's amazing.
I also wanted to, for some reason, tiger's eye really jumped out at me.
Ooh.
So I got the regular tiger's eye, and then I got these, this blue tiger's eye, also known as hawkeye.
Nice.
And for some reason, this little container of adventurine wanted to come play.
Ooh,
So
I love that.
and adventurine and rose quartz are like a perfect pairing too.
Yeah. Oh, and Selkie and Antoinette are here. Hello, hello.
Aloha.
Thank you for joining us. I think this is the first time Selkie's been in one of my lives. That makes me so excited.
And you were the part of what you were requesting. I immediately pulled out. I got some little Larimar cubes.
Yep.
So I got some Larimar for you here.
And I don't think I have any Larimer actually.
No?
I might not.
Oh, I love Larimar.
I don't know if I have a tiger's eye either. So this is interesting. So yeah, the words that I was kind of focused on, I'm going to look to make sure. I mean, I know it was like calming, peace, calm, peace, and something else. Let me see what I said here. Peace, calm, and gratitude. So those are the sort of operative words. And I saw someone ask, I think Jamie asked if guides were choosing. And yes, Jonathan is and was tapping into to that energy as well. Okay. Yeah, Selkie, don't worry about individual hellos at all. And Antoinette says, what? No tiger's eye, all those charms yesterday. I know. I might have an older piece that was maybe like my mom's or my grandmother's, but in terms of what I know that I have in my little crystal box in my tarot room, I'm pretty sure there's not a tiger's eye or Larimer in there.
That's wow. Okay. Somehow one of the wires ended up being short on one end. I'm not sure how that happened, but that's okay.
It's being a
because I always give a little extra at the top because I have to weave it through the crimp tubes. So.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and Jamie said, Hawk's Eye, I have a giant piece sitting here and Larimar, yum stones. Look at that. Of course. She's surrounded.
Of course she is. Okay.
Yes, Selkie.
You have lapis lazuli though, right?
I do. I have, I might have like an individual stone, and then I have a really big lapis ring that is really amazing, and I love that. Look at all the bling on Jonathan's wrist. That's Jamie. Yes, he is crystal out as always. And Selkie says, look at all the musical instruments. Yes, these are my husband's. I came flying in to the live at the last minute. Even though I had more of a break than I thought I was going to from teaching this morning because they ended up bumping me up a half hour. So I think that's the problem. I'm like, I have
too much of a break.
And then I just got wrapped up into the upstairs life. Yes, I'm down in my down in the basement in my husband's music studio. And so those are his instruments and he is the fancy musician. Jamie says she's blinged out like that too.
Yeah.
And Antoinette is wearing a Larimer ring and a pyrite ring today. Look at that. Everyone bringing the vibes. Yeah, I guess
I wanted blue with this pink for some reason. The blue and the pink together.
Yes, I love that. I love it because some of these aren't things that I would choose, but then there's like this little, but I mean, I want that, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure I need those things. Oh, look, there's the beginning. I love
So I have lapis lazuli and then a blue tiger's eye or hawk's eye. There.
this is going to be awesome. Yes. Selkie, I was teaching, I guess it would be like contemporary, sort of contemporary / modern dance. It's sort of like an open style that I'm choreographing for. So it's a student company of like 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. And my piece has a group of 4. So we actually finished my piece today. So it's a 4-minute piece. And we finished up the choreography today. So it was a great productive morning.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was fun to move around and, you know, and even though I'm just seeing them all on the computer right now, it's still really nice. Oh, Jackie has her opalite pendant.
Oh, nice.
Look at all the people bringing the stones.
Let's see what ends up calling me here.
Ooh.
This Larimar wanted to come play instantly. I'm like, okay, if you insist.
Yeah, that's awesome. Probably because, you know, it's like, wait, she doesn't have me.
Wait,
Send
me. Okay.
Selkie, the skull is a rose quartz.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and teacher dancer. I'm still technically both, though I haven't been on the dancer side of it. I've done one performance since I had Max. I think when he was about 1.5 years old, I did one piece in the summer show, and that's the last time that I've been on stage, but eventually will be again. Antoinette says,
go ahead.
Antoinette says, I'm funded out for March thanks to Simon.
Oh, no.
Well, you know, at least, you know, I don't want to say at least Corn Stream's done because that's terrible and we love all getting together for what's my lunchtime. But maybe that will help. You know, you won't have the daily temptation of that.
What deck are we going to see today?
Right. Yeah, and actually next Sunday, the past couple Sundays, I've gone live as, like, I usually do a Friday morning, but that's just always kind of up in the air and we never really know if it's going to work out or not because I'm home working and have Max on Friday mornings, but sometimes I can trick him into being occupied. But my new sort of regular thing is going to be like Sundays, but not tomorrow. We're going to start next week, and I'm going to start kind of diving into the Kim Krans Archetypes deck. So if anyone here now or anyone watching in the future wants to join me on March 14th, we're going to start the first, you know, you may not have the deck, but at least something that I already have and kind of getting into using things I already have, like in a deeper way. So yeah, we shall see about that. And I've been really geared up since 2021 about like paying extra on my bills and cards and everything like that. So I did double payments, just giving myself a little pat on the back. I did extra payments and additional on all of my stuff the last 2 rounds. So I'm doing very good with the kind of settling in. Because I would just love to pay off a couple things, you know? Seems like
who wouldn't?
Yeah.
I mean, just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, hello, Candy. Thanks for joining us. Jonathan's working on my super special wearable crystal grid. And we're all seeing it. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, I love it. So yeah, Candy, all I had a little heads up about was the rose quartz skull, and the rest is just kind of coming together as we go here.
Well, and I pull out crystals, but I don't really I don't always come to it with the plan. I let the crystals speak to me, and there's usually it's like, okay, I'm next. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
awesome.
I trance out sometimes. So if I just start zoning, don't mind me.
Oh, no problem at all. It's the artist way, right?
Mhm.
I told my dancers this morning, one of my 4 dancers was absent today. And so I was trying to be her and dance her counts. And I had my notes. I'm like the crazy dance teacher lady. I was flailing around with notes in one hand. And I was trying to, I say, okay, I'm going to count you in at this part next time. And then, of course, I start dancing and I forget what's going on. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Oops, sorry, I was in the moment.
Didn't give you your counts. Good thing you know what you're doing. You've all been doing this a long time.
Right.
Yes, Selkie, that rose skull is a pale pink. It looks really, really awesome, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking
Oh, and
forward to.
Anna is talking about Candy's dinner tarot, which I heard someone mention yesterday, and I don't know what that is, so I have to remember to check it out because that's what.
Tarot on the menu, I think was the tagline or something.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Candy says, I love Jonathan's crystal grids. And what's Jonathan's channel?
Jonathan Dailey.
Just Jonathan Dailey. Yep, there you go. And then there's a Facebook group.
That's Jonathan's Tarot.
There we go. Okay.
It's funny. I pulled up the amethyst and none of it's been calling to me yet, which is so weird.
Oh, see? And if it doesn't work, just Jamie, no spanner. I was gonna say I could do some links. Jamie deserves a spanner. Let me find you on my YouTube. Hold on.
Not really.
I shouldn't say it like that. Everyone deserves a spanner. You all are lovely people, and I know you and are amazing, but Jamie's hardcore hanging out with me. YouTube. Open.
Jamie is definitely something special.
Yeah. How do I get to...
So if you open up the chat, there's the 3 dots next to whatever her comment is. You should be able to moderate her that way. Jamie is definitely.
Okay. Sorry, feedbacking all over the place.
It happens.
There she is. Oh, I didn't know if it would be there right now. But then once we end, it must disappear and then it reloads or something. I thought I would have to go like into an old video, but I get it. I'm learning so much.
Do it live.
Oh, and there's Jackie. Jackie, is this the first time you've been in here since seeing that I turned you blue, by the way? Jackie was my first ever person in a live, and I squealed because I was like, wow, I figured out how to go live, and there's a person here, and that's about all I can ask for. It was so exciting. That's all I need, just one person. That's fine. Okay, so there's Jamie. Still working on this.
Come here if you want to say hi.
Add mod. Oh, hey. Oh my gosh. How are you doing today?
He can't hear you.
Oh, right. Earbuds. I forget. Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Oh, very good. So cute. I heard you had an awesome pool party last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am jealous of that. Oh.
You have anything else that you want to say?
No.
No. Okay.
Bye.
Everyone in chat was saying hi to you, Apollo.
So cute, his little face. Jonathan last night was like, well, there's a pool party happening, so they're getting wild.
He dragged like half the neighborhood kids over.
Oh my gosh.
Bunch of boys being rowdy.
Right. Oh gosh, I can't imagine my son like near a pool. I don't know. Maybe that would help things though. Here, jump in there.
Right. It's definitely been very helpful, let me tell you. Especially during pandemic.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because that's still like such a fun activity type of thing, you know. That's a okay, good. Antoinette subbed. Yes, Candy says Apollo's gorgeous, isn't he? Oh my gosh, his little cheeks and everything.
He's ridiculous.
And his like Hawaii hair. I loved that whole look.
Not to mention the fact he can wrap anybody around his little pinky.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, what, you coming back? He's just off screen, kind of like looking at us.
Did the clocks change in America already? Ours go end of March.
It's
yes.
the 14th that they change here in the US, and Hawaii doesn't do it, so I don't have to deal with it.
Oh, wait, we didn't have one already?
No, it's on the 14th.
That's my concept of time right now. Like, I feel like we just did that. So no, I
oh my God, Apollo.
Oh,
what are you doing?
Oh, hi. Selkie says he's going to break people's hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. This is like, see, I know what you all say now when you're with me on a casual Friday and Max just comes in and crawls under the table and takes over my live stream because now I'm that person watching and I'm like, oh, he's so cute. Oh, man.
Oh, monkey doodle, what are you doing? Ah, careful now. Don't knock me.
So I'll have to remember that. I'm sure I'll see on Facebook, but the 14th, okay. The day that I'm going to start archetypes playing.
The only reason why I know is because I was trying to set up a live stream for the 16th, and I was like, wait, all right, daylight savings. I have to remember that stuff because I don't have to deal with it, but everyone else does. Well, and I find it interesting that US and the UK have completely different.
I know.
Like, doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. Could we all just decide? But of course not. No.
That's why I was so happy when I moved to Hawaii and was told, oh yeah, Hawaii, we don't do daylight savings here. I'm like, oh, thank God.
And isn't that just the vibe, right? Like, we are not participating in that.
Right.
Like so many other things. Oh, a Christmas hat.
He's my little elf.
Oh my
Are you
God.
my little elf? What you doing, little elf? You don't know. Are you just being an elf?
Let me put this up. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Oh, I just click it. I show. Look at there. Okay. Jackie got us the Facebook page.
I have no idea how I did this. Look at this. One corner. Oh, trying to lift without losing the other side.
No.
One side, I don't know how I did this. One side short, and then there's like an inch on these guys. I'm like, I'll work with it.
Antoinette says, I miss everything for the period in between until we catch up. So yeah, there's a little lag there.
Let's see. Get this on here, and then I will show you where I am. This one is definitely coming out different than I was expecting, but I never know what's going to end up being made because, like I said, I just come in, I trance out, and until I like step away.
That is the best way to do it.
Wait, turn that around.
Ooh, look at that. Wow.
What are you boys doing?
I'm excited. I love this. That's awesome.
The Laram artist really wants to be a part of this for some reason. It's like, me, you got to pick me. Okay. If you insist.
Super need it. Jamie says, I'm clapping my hands waiting for the next showing. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Some of you or most of you were in Gerald's chat. Was that yesterday
Was
or
that
2 days
yesterday? That
ago?
was yesterday. That was yesterday.
Okay.
No.
So yeah, you've maybe seen one of these before, but it's so cool to see another one coming together.
Well, and the funny thing is I contacted the guy who I made that one yesterday for.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I know. I want you to like still do your charging and everything, but here, let me send you the money. So that
Oh,
necklace was already bought. I'm
you're like, okay then.
like, okay, thank you. Once I get these guys on here, I will show you that one if you want.
Yeah. Oh, Jamie says it was yesterday. It ended up being a really quiet work day. I was kind of waiting for something to come into my work inbox for most of the day, and then it just didn't. And so I was emailing back and forth with people trying to get this thing figured out, but then the thing never came. And so it's like I was kind of tied to my work computer, but I basically didn't have really a lot to do. And so I was just stacked on the YouTube videos yesterday. I just kept jumping into the next one. I'm like, that's fine because I'm just waiting. So
Keeping you busy.
yeah, exactly. Antoinette says, can you explain a bit more about these grids, please?
So I don't know if you know about regular crystal grids, but it's like creating a pattern with crystals in a grid form, usually like tree of life grid.
Mhm.
And it's really to tap into universal energies and pull that kind of energy in. You can consider it like a spell, I guess.
Mhm.
And these, it's taking that idea but making it into something where you literally are wearing the crystal grid, so you're carrying it wherever you go. So this is the one that I finished yesterday on Gerald's.
Beautiful.
And that one inadvertently got a rain bath yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
when that happens, I go with it.
yeah, I love that. I actually used to have a couple crystal grids set up, not the last house, but the previous house when I was living by myself. Now we have a Savannah cat, and so
Oh
I mean,
God.
I still occasionally put them up in my room, and I showed like a little flower of life design on a board yesterday when I was showing some charms I got, and I used to use that for some crystal grids. And I would have different, I'd read something about, certain colors and crystals in the living room brings in this kind of energy, or upstairs or downstairs. So you can get really specific, or you can just do kind of what you feel drawn to do with them. But yeah, as Jonathan said, this is kind of putting that energy draw just right on you. That is awesome. Didn't
I
Jared?
realized I pulled out the tiger's eye and haven't used it either. It's so funny how often like I pull stuff out and I'm just like, guess I'm not using that one.
Right. It's just whatever is called up.
Exactly.
Didn't
Like
Gerald?
yesterday, I had these guys pulled out, and I didn't use them at all on that necklace, but I'm using them on yours. So
Oh, see, there you go. Oh, he did an unboxing with Jonathan while Jonathan made another for another client. Yes. So
yeah,
Gerald was opening his that he received really quickly. I was surprised at that too. I thought, is that right? He's unboxing his own. So Gerald
I'm.
unboxed his, and Jonathan was working on the one with the purple aventurine skull that he just held up.
I was shocked at how quickly it got to Gerald because I mailed it on a Tuesday and he got it on a Friday. When I was
That's
told he wouldn't even
awesome.
get it until Saturday, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that is awesome. Candy, don't feel bad for missing videos. I'm preaching to the choir because there are some that I just can't make and I feel bad, but there are a lot of us and we all have a life going on, so try not to feel bad.
Well, you can't make all the lives anyway, considering there's so many now. It's like if you go to
Yeah,
one, you're missing two others. So
right. Right. And I've just been this phase of time, the past couple months, I've been going live more than I will be
right.
in general. Oh, I'm frozen, but maybe Maybe not.
No, I don't see you frozen. I mean, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
frozen on my end. So
It might just be buffering here where I am, but I was good earlier when I was teaching, so I'm gonna assume it's okay. But yeah, Candy says she's trying to keep up. But yeah, Jonathan is rocking and rolling with these necklaces.
I would be, but I'm expecting the explosion.
Right. But yeah, I
Which,
probably
fine. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing this all day, every day. Of course,
right.
I may
It
end up
just
having to
feels
get like one of those magnifying glasses at some point, but
you're like, I cannot see all the things. Well, I'm still frozen to me, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I wonder if I should
Jamie says you aren't. We're both fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. Maybe
Are
if
you
I go
frozen
out.
on your own personal?
Yeah, we're both frozen on my screen. I wonder if I go back out and go back in. Not that it really matters, but it's just kind of throwing me off, and then I won't be able to see you, obviously.
Right.
If I go out and come back in, you'll still be here, right?
I should.
Okay, let me try it out.
Okay. Jamie says that Dion was fine, but Dion, I guess, was frozen on her end. So hopefully she'll be back on in a moment. Otherwise, we'll just continue chit-chatting while I create.
Okay, there, I'm back. Oh, geez. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. And see, my chat had frozen too, so
Well, that's
which
weird
I
because
didn't know until.
for everyone else, it was fine.
That's so weird. It just
But
kind of
I'm
glitched
not sure what
out.
that is. Yeah, glitch, right?
Lost my
Sip,
phone.
sip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sip. Let me get a drink of water. Good idea.
Okay.
Here I am, Jamie. That was making me a little crazy.
I don't blame you. That was bonkers. Okay, that's what you want me to do? Sorry. If you hear me muttering, it's the guides are screaming in my ears.
That's perfect. Jamie's working on a protein shake. I know, I'm excited. I guess this week here where I am is supposed to be like mid 50s, high 50s. And
Oh, I'd freeze.
oh my gosh, it's like the heat wave for us. I'm like, oh, well, I'll be able to take my lunch breaks outside and do all of that. So it's 39 here today, and I guess it's supposed to be 39 tomorrow as well. And we're like, well,
That was what drove us back away from the mainland when we tried moving back for a minute. We're like, winter. No.
right. I did pretty good with winter this year. It was a lot better for me because I didn't have to drive to work, which is the only thing I don't really care for is driving.
Mm-hmm.
So the cold is okay, but occasionally the past couple years, there's Simon. Hello.
Aloha, Simon. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Oh, Jamie, 28 and waiting on snow. I think maybe we're done with snow. Like, I'm sure it snowed a bit yesterday, but nothing that stuck. So I think we're kind of crawling out, and I hope so. Yeah, I was a bit better this year about getting outside and getting Max all bundled up and having him play in the snow. But the past couple of years, I've had this this nerve problem in my face, and it is triggered sometimes by a cool or cold breeze brushing against your face.
Not even cold, just cool.
Just it could be just anything. Like this, it sounds crazy, but that's a thing. And I haven't been officially diagnosed, but I know that's what it is because that's a very specific thing, and like that's what happens. But I
Mhm.
also think part of it for me is like compression, like in my neck and upper back. And so I've been trying to be really good about
Here we
stretching.
go.
Look at that.
These colors
Wow.
just would keep screaming at me, so I'm working with it.
That is beautiful. There's my necklace. So yeah, I don't really have an excuse though, because like I said, I think some of it's compression. And so I've been, I got this, like, I guess you would call it like manual traction. Like you just hang this thing on the door and then like put your head in it and it like lifts your head off the floor like a tiny bit. And then it like stretches everything out. And so that's been helping, I think, too. And then if I just cover my face up when I'm outside, I'm like, okay, I can still be a good, fun mom out in the snow and just
Right.
leave my face. Veronica Jude. What? Hi. This is amazing. Oh, and Jamie, when I come to the island after COVID, you're going to listen to me bitch. Believe me. I'm sure.
I can
I'm-
believe it.
I'm sure. Oh,
If I was on the mainland, you'd be hearing me complain about the colds.
well, yeah, when I said it's going to be mid 50s and Jonathan said he'd be freezing, I'm so looking forward to mid 50s this coming week. So
I have become a weather wimp living here.
that, I mean, I hear it really doesn't even take that long for that to happen, you know?
No, I think it was about 6 months of living here, and then I was like, I couldn't handle anything below 75.
Right. Oh my gosh. You've been binging my videos. Oh my gosh. Well, I think you are just pure magic. Thank you so much for being here. I've probably said your name in half my videos, if not more. I did a partial hashtag in my video today. If anyone fancies a VR, Simon made me do it. Antoinette is bringing that to real YouTube life. It's not just a Facebook group comment now. I will have to check it out. Yes, isn't it beautiful, Candy? I'm so excited. So for those of you popping in, Jonathan is working on my crystal grid necklace. And the only part of it that I kind of had a heads up on was the rose quartz skull. And the rest of it is just kind of coming together as we go. So you're seeing it as I'm seeing it.
And I'm seeing it.
Yeah, and Jonathan is also figuring it out because he's getting info about what wants to be included. Oh, and Antoinette says her Marielle and her Hush arrived today. I love both of those decks. Let me tell you, I remember the day you ordered those, Antoinette. So excited. Selkie says, Simon made me eat a pack of biscuits.
Oh, God.
I blame him. I know. Selkie's calling us out for blaming Simon. She knows that we all are in, just like we're all in charge of our own happiness, as my mom says, we are all in charge of our own deck buying and biscuit eating.
Someone on the Hermit's Cave posted that instead of saying Simon made me do it, we should be posting thank you, Simon.
And you know, that is what I did several times when I don't post a ton, but the few times that I have posted a deck in there, I do thank him, because if I just didn't know, then I'd be sad.
Right? So adventuring followed by Moonstone.
Jamie says, Jonathan, is Jonathan hearing your guides, or what is driving him at the moment? His colors are changing. He'll know what that means. I'm digging it.
So it's not just Deanne's guides, it's also my guides, but Deanne's guides are definitely making their presence known. And I gotta say, Deanne, your guides are probably some of the nicest group of guides I've ever worked with. So
Oh, good. I did the first night that I messaged you, or the day, I guess, for you that I messaged you about this. I meditated right after that. So I figured that that would be helpful, and I'm happy to hear that.
Well, it just a lot of times when I'm working on these things, like the guides can be very insistent, like practically screaming in my ear. Yours are just like, how about that? No, not that. Just do that one. Like very gently, just kind of guiding me without being obnoxious about it.
That's good. Most of the stories that I know from, I mean, the closest generations have been relatively nice humans. So I'm not to say that pushier people aren't nice, but I think
Right.
by and
Yeah,
large,
they're not pushy.
descended from
That's the best way of putting it. They're
yeah,
just they're just guiding instead of
perfect.
insisting. Because I definitely have gotten some guides before. They're just like, okay, okay, I'll do it your way. Stop screaming at me.
Right where you feel like they're actually pushing you.
Mm-hmm.
Selkie is talking about Lady Gaga Oreo. What is
What?
happening? I don't know. What is that?
There's a brand of Oreos for Gate Lady Gaga? What?
I don't know. Selkie's fancy. That'll explain Deanne's gentle nature. Well, thank you. But please remember that I've asked for something that will help with calm and peace and gratitude. So I
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
try, I try to be, and I think that's part of it. That in general, I'm a very nice and gentle person, but I'm not always that way. And I think I think my expectation is a little heavy on myself, but I still want this help for that, right? Um, and as most of you know, I'm on year 3 of motherhood, and not to say that things won't continue to change, and that obviously my son will continue to change and we'll have a different dynamic all the time. And even when I'm talking about this, I feel a little silly because when I think about him, we're so good together. Everything's so amazing, but there are just these moments that I wish I would respond differently instead of react, right? And so,
Well, all parents go through that, though. I mean, I got
yeah,
a 7-year-old, so I'm just a few years ahead of you. And
right.
it's the same here. There's times where it's like he knows just the right buttons to push, and then you like snap, and
Oh,
then you go, "Why did I snap that? I mean, I need to be better about it."
right. Because I
Yeah,
know, like right now, sitting here talking to you all, I know that that doesn't do anything, that
right.
there's no, that doesn't solve the issue. And it actually probably hurts the issue more than, if I would have responded a different way. But again, it's going to be like that. And kids at all different ages are designed to push our buttons. That's part of the
Right.
path.
Well,
So,
and it's them really kind of learning boundaries is what it
mhm,
is. And they're
mhm.
pushing on those boundaries to see exactly how far they can push things.
Oh, yeah,
So, mhm.
right. And it's like if I were talking to a friend or like any other adult, they wouldn't, it's like
They
I
wouldn't be
have to put it
pushing
in
you.
that perspective sometimes because then it just makes it ridiculous. And I'm like, well, obviously, I don't have the expectations for my son that I have for any other adult. Like if I said, hey, could you hand me that? Then obviously, any other adult would hand me the thing.
Right.
And 95% of the time, if I ask Max to do that, he will do it and be so sweet and say, oh, sure, mama, here you go. I'm such a good helper. And I'm like, yes, you are. And then
Mhm.
sometimes when you really need the thing, he just is like
Mm,
either just straight ignoring or just going on with what he's doing. But that's just his brain. So, like, there's no problem with it, really. But it just helps to kind of talk it out because then later I'll be thinking about this conversation and I'll think, wow, he's just a 3-year-old and his brain is mapping and
mhm.
he's wired to do whatever he wants right now. So that's that.
He's
Antoinette-
wired to push you, right? Push your boundaries,
Right.
push your buttons.
Antoinette says, you make me feel like a Tasmanian devil. I don't think that's accurate. Selkie says, sometimes you cannot always be gentle and nice. People can take advantage and walk all over you. And that is very true. Sage advice from Selkie, as always. And I do incrementally, and as he grows and develops, that, we hold him responsible for things and we say, okay, we gave you a warning, we gave you a chance, and now it's time to do that. But it's really, when I do it the ideal way, the result is so great. And then that goes so far because I'm like, wow, that brought everything back down to the moment so much quicker than if I would have just lost it. So I guess basically you get immediate reinforcement either way.
It's true.
And
really
so
is.
I just have to remember that. So how many air signs are in the house tonight? Antoinette wants to know. I love this question. Oh my gosh.
Well, my moon is in an air sign, but I'm a Virgo.
Jonathan is a Virgo sun. Myself and Jackie and Simon are all Libra air.
I got a Libra moon, so.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
I should know Jamie. Why don't I know Jamie off the bat? Sorry, I'm clicking. I know you people
that's
in the
okay.
chat can hear that.
Come back.
Yeah, it is like a Libra club in here right now. Oh, Jamie's Taurus.
I knew she was an Earth sign, but I was like, it's not Capricorn. It's Taurus, right?
Yeah. Oh, Veronica Jude says she's all water, double Scorpio. That makes so much sense to me, by the way. Hey, Apollo, what's up?
They're going outside now. Oh my God, those two.
He just had to say bye,
No. He's a stinker butt, is what we call him sometimes. He is very mischievous.
Oh, yeah. The one time a couple weeks ago, I said, Max, if you take one more step into the kitchen, because we're letting him get in the fridge, bring his stool over, get his food out at all times of the day, except for when we're in the kitchen making dinner. So then he just keeps testing and keeps testing. And we have we have hardwood floors, but there's like a black piece that separates the living room to the kitchen. And I say, if you take one more step over that black line, then you're going to need to go to timeout and take a break. And he smiled and put his toe on the black line. And there were so many, so like in my head, so most of the time I can tell that he's just excited and he forgets. But that day that he just stood there and smiled at me and put his toe on the line, I could not. I was like, oh, wow, okay. So
that was blatant right there.
Right, right. And I'm like, okay. And I tried so hard not to laugh because most of you have, seen his smile too. So I'm like, okay, wow, I just need to take a little breath. Yeah, Veronica, exactly.
Yeah, that's one of the things I say to myself all the time. Just breathe.
Yep.
Just breathe.
Right. I might as well take 2 moments and just, because it's not going to change anything, I might as well take a moment. Antoinette says, my moon is in Virgo, which totally messes with my Gemini. That is funny because I'm trying to embrace my moon sign, which is Aries. And so it makes so much sense, again, with what we're working on here today. But sometimes I say, my Aries really messes up my Libra, okay? So, but it's
my
really
Libra
good,
messes
though.
up my Virgo.
Right. See how we all feel about our moon signs and the work that we need to do there.
And then I got Taurus rising, so.
Oh, and I'm Leo rising, which totally makes sense to me. And Selkie is Aquarius.
I hear the little pitter patter of feet over there.
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's upstairs. Oh, progress.
Progress.
Look
There we
at
go.
that. Oh my gosh. I so
Let's
love
think
it.
about how much more. Okay.
I want to like wear it on a hike in the woods. That's what I want to do. Oh
You
my
should.
gosh. That'll be like the first thing we do together, I think, me and my crystal grid necklace.
Get plugged in that way.
Yes. Selkie says, I feel if both parents, Selkie's so wise. Let me see this. I feel if both parents are singing from the same hymn book, it makes life easier. And I would agree with that based on my one and only marriage and parenting partnership. And I'm so grateful that my husband
You guys
and I
are on
on
the same
page.
page.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah. And we're generally gentle and generally letting him learn things, holding him responsible, but, you know, going with the flow as much as we can. And that makes me feel at ease. Oh, Simon says, Simon says, how do you get the holes into the skull?
Simon, they come. I buy these from. Here's Jamie's skull. I buy these through eBay. It's a company called Riku, and the pendants come already pre-carved, and they have a hole already in there.
Look at that.
So this is going to be Jamie's.
That's awesome.
I love those red flecks in there.
Yeah.
That's an agate.
That is so cool.
I think
Jackie
I have
doesn't know her
some
move.
skulls coming. Let's see. Oh, I just got this skull yesterday.
Oh, new ones.
This is a ruby zoisite.
Yeah.
Very sparkly.
I think that one in the crystal deck that I have, I'm pretty sure that stone relates to Nine of Wands, just as a fun fact.
I have the crystal, what is it? Crystal and gemstone tarot, I think. But it's kind of hard to read with because like each card is just a crystal. And then like the title of the tarot card at the bottom. I'm like, I don't know how to read with this.
Yeah, mine's cool. I'm not, it was one of the first 3 decks that I got, and I got them all together. And I'm not crazy about the artwork, but it's kind of grown on me, and it's what I usually use when I was reading in person in a shop, and what I'll probably continue to use most of the time when I go back there. And it's a pip deck, but the majors are traditional. And so, yeah, it's really nice. And of course, you could associate a lot of different crystals with different cards, but
Right.
I really like what they choose for them. Simon says blue calcite would be awesome for the throat.
I agree.
Selkie is Sagittarius rising, moon in Scorpio. Oh, I love a moon in Scorpio. Oh, and a malachite would be epic, says Simon. That's his super fave. Malachite, I think, corresponds to Queen of Cups in the deck that I have. Just as another fun fact. Oh, hello, Gerald.
Hello, Gerald. Welcome.
Okay, Jackie, let me know if you want to let me know, and I can figure out your chart for you if you want. I love it. Oh, steady, Antoinette says. What did he do? Gerald says, oh, just about the malachite, I think. Gerald says, I'm just watching with the sound down because I'm in another meeting. Don't tell the others. Dang, I wish I had a notebook like Gerald always does, and I could like hold up messages to him.
Right?
dang, what do I have down here? For those of you that came in after the fact, I came downstairs. I taught dance in this room. This is my husband's music studio, and that's all his fancy stuff back there. But I teach dance in this room. And I came down to get my laptop, and I was like, wow, I have a minute and 14 seconds before we're live. So I just stayed down here. And so usually you see me in my tarot room, but so I'm just sitting down here with my water and my phone and hanging
Just
out.
chatting.
But it's nice to just kind of feel unattached. So, oh, and Robin's here too. Hello, hello. Simon, it blows my mind how Deanne manages to retain so much information. It's just, I don't know. I sort of feel like tarot stuff ever since I don't know. I feel silly when I say professional reader, but I mean, whatever, just because I read for people in person. But I feel like ever since that became my passion thing, that now just anything tarot related kind of really sticks in. But I guess I should give myself some credit. I guess, I've been dancing since I was 3 years old and teaching for a really long time. And I danced professionally, and just that kind of brain, the brain that you get from doing that sort of thing for a long time. Now, of course, right now I'm rusty, but I think that helped me a lot with things, because you have to remember I'd be teaching 2 nights a week. I'd be in rehearsal 2 nights a week. And so I'm remembering choreography that I'm teaching. I'm remembering choreography that is set on me. And so I kind of feel like I have a good filing system that way. But if my husband says, hey, we need barbecue sauce on the list, and I don't write it down, I feel like before Max, I would have remembered that. And then it could be 20 minutes later now, and I'll say, what did you just tell me we need for the groceries? So there's give and take.
It's baby brain.
Yeah.
I never recovered from it personally.
Yeah, it's really, actually, my husband was laughing at me this morning because I was just manic. Max was having his video time up in his room, and Ryan and I were sitting in the kitchen eating breakfast and getting ready to order the groceries. And I was just in his face and making noises and mocking him, which is just, I don't know, a hyper thing we do to each other, not mocking in a mean way, but we're excited because it's weekend. But I also got pretty good sleep last night. Max only woke up once. It kind of shuffled down the hall, and I just took him right back to bed, and there was no drama. And so I got really good sleep, relatively speaking. Mm-hmm. And he said, wow, so this is what you're like when you get a full night's sleep. And I was just, hanging on him and making fun of him and laughing. I said, yeah, do you remember me like this? Oh, Candy is doing some chart work and said, I just checked online, and if they are accurate, I'm Sagittarius moon in Capricorn. Fancy, coming out with the details. Maria says, hello and aloha. Sorry, I missed it. Deanne, that is one nice background. Thank you. This is my husband's music studio, so I can't claim any of that talent, but he's really awesome, by the way. He's not very showy, so I don't know if he'll ever share, but he's like really good, if I do say so myself. And he plays lots of instruments, but he's an amazing guitarist. I'll just say that. If you would like to check out his music, you can go to ghostlabband.com, and he has songs for purchase. He actually created a song for me based on a few keywords, similar to what Jonathan is creating for me now. I said, I want a song that sounds kind of ghostly and haunting, but beautiful. And he created that piece for me for my first half-hour set that I created a few years ago. So that's on there, and it's called what? Privolnia. So he does all kinds of different stuff. So one thing is going to sound like crazy metal, and one thing is going to sound beautiful in a different way. Not that metal's not beautiful, but it might not be your thing. But every once in a while, we haven't pushed his stuff really yet. It's more so he just wants it housed somewhere. And so every once in a while he'll get, an email that someone purchased one of his songs and he gets all excited. Oh, do you know, Mary Clark in Canada? And I'm like, no. And then he's like disappointed that I don't know the person. So if any of you want to spend $1 and buy one of his songs, and then I can tell him that I know you, I don't know why that makes any difference, but he'll be so excited.
Well, it's always better to sell to people you know versus some random stranger.
Yeah, I can see how that would be exciting. But yeah, it's funny every once in a while. Do you know this person? No?
Should I?
Right. Yes, Antoinette, he made a piece for me. And I actually didn't dance that piece, but I choreographed it for people I was using that for. Do I have a link? Let me see if I can find it. I probably could. GhostLabBand.com. Let's do it. There he is. Yeah, Pravonia is a really beautiful piece. And there's, look at that. Oh, amazing.
I think I'm going to have to end it here because this short wire on this side is going to mess with me otherwise.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a little bit of a choker, but I think it should fall just like this one, like right below the hollow.
That's perfect. Look at that.
So it's rose quartz, lapis lazuli, hawkeye or blue tiger's eye, larimar, adventurine, moonstone, rose quartz, smoky quartz.
That is incredible. Wow. Yeah, definitely going on a walk in the woods with that. That is awesome.
And then I use these tiny little crimp tubes to like hold it all together.
That's amazing. I am so excited. Yes, happy dance for me, Jamie. That's so awesome. Oh, sip, sip, everyone.
Sip, sip. Got to keep it up. Okay. Where did my
Simon was so nice clicking the Ghost Lab link. Can we see that one more time, Jonathan?
Oh, yeah. Well, and I'll show it again when I'm done putting the toggle clasp on it, too.
There we go. Look, and you all created this with your energies helping us along the way. That is awesome. Oh, my gosh. So excited.
And the toggle clasp I use are sterling silver.
That's awesome. I was chatting with someone about the toggles in chat yesterday in Gerald's that I just love those so much. I don't know why. Like I have a bracelet that I made that has a toggle on it, and I just love like playing with that.
It's the only clasp I use now.
It's
it
so
really
nice.
is the only one because all the other ones either break or they get tangled or they just don't work properly. Whereas these guys, it's like, unless you're taking it off, it's not coming off.
Right. Oh, I'm frozen again. I'm going out and back in. Be right back, everyone.
Okay. Okay, let's get this. Do the hard side first because that short, I don't know how I ended up with one short side. I don't get it. But it forced my hand in a way that I wouldn't have done otherwise. And so I think it's going to be good in the long run.
Here I am.
Welcome back.
Hey, thanks. I bet my husband's probably stealing some bandwidth.
That happens.
Because he's working on more creative side gig stuff at the moment. There's just so much creativity happening in these houses.
as it should be.
Yes, yes. Selkie, I will definitely show on my channel when I get it. I'm so excited.
So after I'm done, we're going to have to do a moon bath, sun bath, and earth bath. So.
Yep, whenever. There's no rush. Oh, you're welcome, Maria. Thanks for listening. You don't really have to buy his music. I just wanted to put that fun fact out there that he would get really excited if I told him that I knew the person.
There we go. And then I have a little crimper.
Oh, yes, all the tools.
I will hold up the finished one. I'm feeling if I try to hold it up right now to show you this part, I'm going to dump everything off the other side.
Don't do that.
No, that would be no fun for anybody.
I feel like Jonathan might cry if that happened. No.
Nah, I wouldn't cry. I'd just be upset.
Fair enough. I would probably cry. Oh, Candy said the toggles don't tangle in your hair either. Simon says good
Exactly.
to know, be a deal breaker. Yes, definitely, Simon. I do know that that is just the worst. When it's just pulling one hair, oh, that is the worst. Oh, Maria says she can hear Guns N' Roses, Bon Jovi, and the whole 80s gang in there. I love that. Yes.
Fishing for catfish, huh?
I love that song.
Okay. Should be good. And now the other side.
Simon. Yeah, we don't want it to get stuck in your hair, Simon. That would be a deal breaker indeed. Oh, Selkie says, Jonathan, I live in a flat. I put my crystal on windowsill to charge. Cannot do it outside because of neighbors. Is there another way to bathe the crystals?
Well, windowsills work as long as you get a good several hours of light. Another thing you can do is a salt bath. So you fill a bowl with salt and then bury the crystals in the salt.
There you go.
The thing I call the earth bath is usually done. I drape the necklace on top of my Tibetan salt lamp.
Okay.
And that really that's an amazing cleanser and just a great bath for your crystals.
I'm trying to remember. My boss at the crystal shop said, I think that selenite charges the crystals, or is that right? Or is that more for clear?
Selenite clears the energy in the crystal.
Okay.
So usually you have the selenite to clear, and then you put, after it's done clearing is when you do like a moon bath or a sun bath.
Okay. Couldn't quite remember. And again, I didn't work in the shop. I just worked in reading, like in a separate room. But
Right.
I would be out and about every once in a while, of course, looking at all the treasures. I actually posted on my personal Facebook page today some memories from the shop, and that was my last day in there last year, was March 6th. And I kept kind of waiting for that to pop up, and I thought maybe it was the end of February.
Mm-hmm.
But in there, I used to go every other Friday. And so on that post, I said, I'll be back on the 20th for readings, call or book. And so that was interesting to see this morning. That was my last day in there. And they're open, but I'm just not doing stuff out and about right now. But
No, my readings are all virtual these days too.
yeah. But I'll be excited. I think I'm set up to get back in there like in July, I think I'll be feeling better about things. Look at
There we go. And I love the toggle because you can do it one-handed if you need to. So it's
yeah,
great for bracelets and things. Yeah.
that is awesome. Look, oh, I love it. It's perfect.
You want to try fishing?
Oh, look at that.
It's so funny because I pulled out all these other stones and I didn't use any of the amethyst.
Right, they just wanted to be helpers, I think.
I didn't use any of the yellow tiger's eye
Yeah.
or the tiger eye chunks or the amethyst chunks, but I pulled all of them out.
Yeah, they just wanted to be spectators and be here for support. And
Exactly.
yeah, that is amazing. Thank you all for being here and sharing what your crystals were when you first came in. That was awesome too.
Oh, this turned out nice.
That is so amazing. Yes.
So it's sunny right now, so I'm gonna go give it its sun bath, and then
Okay.
I have a few that I'm gonna just wait for the next full moon, and then give a bunch of necklaces a moon bath.
Yes, that will be perfect. So exciting.
That Larimar, really, I love the little chunks of Larimar here.
Yeah. And I love like all the different shapes and yeah, it's beautiful. So excited.
Yay.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you
Oh,
for
you're
this
so
awesome
welcome.
idea of being here and doing this live. It is just awesome, I think. So, and somehow it all worked out that I could do this today. So just so perfect.
And if Gerald's still here, he was asking about this necklace.
Oh, yes. I remember Gerald saying, is that supposed to be mine as well?
Right? This one actually has a German silver clasp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. And if you all, I think the links are above, but make sure you check out Jonathan's Facebook page, and he has a new business Instagram. So check that out too. And if you happen to follow me, then have recently followed that as well. So you should be able to find everything that way. And there are links up in the chat as well. Oh yeah, Selkie, I agree. I'm not really a risk taker. So I'm just hanging out and being happy and grateful. So
This was actually the first one of these I made.
oh yeah. That is so
The
awesome.
most recent one is actually a lapis lazuli.
Yeah, show us all the treasures. Look at that.
I love this one. It's got lapis lazuli, dogtooth amethyst, and that's it with the pearls.
That's
For some
really
reason,
awesome.
this one was just like lapis lazuli, the amethyst, and the pearl, and that was it. Like none of the other stones wanted to play, but it turned out really nice.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hi, Nancy. I think we're just about to wrap up, but Jonathan is showing some of his recent necklaces, and we just made one. I mean, Jonathan did it, but we made it all together here. Here's another one.
This is the Muakite.
That is
Got
really cool.
Muakite, rondolite, and then this is like a mix of stuff. So we got sodalite, lapis lazuli, amethyst, and moss agate.
That is really cool.
And then more of the dogtooth amethyst up here with Muakite.
That's a really cool combination of stuff.
And I do a lot of research before I build any of these to just make sure that the crystals I'm using work well together. Because there are certain crystals like you do not want to pair. The energies don't mesh well.
Right. You're like, let's not do that. Simon's asking if you have made a malachite one.
I have not, because I have not found a malachite crystal skull yet. But I think malachite will look really good with this ruby zoisite.
Yeah.
Mhm. And do I even have? I don't think I even have any malachite. That's so weird. But I'm wearing a malachite bracelet.
Yeah.
A friend of mine made this bracelet for me for my birthday, and I've been wearing it ever since she put it on my wrist. It even has a scarab from Egypt and a little chunk of lemon jade. So, and it's
That
lava
is-
rock, coconut, and malachite. We're wearing it so long, the malachite's starting to like dissolve where it's touching me.
You're like, I'm absorbing the
I'm
malachite.
absorbing it. It's mine now.
That is awesome.
And I do still have some ukite beads if anyone wants to
Oh.
include that in the necklace. So
Yeah, so if you all are interested, think about some things that you want to, some energy that you want to draw in and get in touch with Jonathan. So here's my Nancy. This is the one that Jonathan just created today on this live for me. So excited.
I can't wait to
That
see it
is
on you.
perfect. That is perfect. That will be so amazing. And I think we're definitely taking a hike. So you'll see like the unboxing and me wearing it. And then, a little hike in the woods, I think.
Some snippets from your hike. That would be good.
Yes.
Mhm.
I could make a whole fancy montage because you know me, I make fancy videos. Not at all. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll make I'll make one super like pro status video for that necklace, and then I'll just go back to my normal self. So
We love your normal self. So
well, thanks. Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. This has been
Yes.
a blast.
Thank you all
And
so much. I will come back and put links in the description as well, but I saw Jamie included Jonathan's Instagram again, so you can scroll back and find that, or come back in a bit and I'll have all the links set in there for you.
next one is for Jamie.
There's Jamie Scully.
Mhm.
So excited. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. And I'm not going live tomorrow, people who have been picking up on my Sunday pattern, but I'm going live Sunday the 14th to start my archetypes thing that we talked about yesterday. So I think that's the only announcement I have for you. And be sure to think about the energies that you want around you and get in touch with Jonathan for your crystal grid necklace. And
I do have one quick announcement.
Oh,
On
yes,
Tuesday, I am going to have Janie Worthington on my channel, and we're going to have a discussion about in between tarot. So
yes,
hope you guys can join.
Yes, please check out Tuesdays. It's 11 my time or 11:30. It's 11 my time.
It's 11 your time. Yep. It's 6 a.m. my time.
So yeah, 6 a.m. Hawaii time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard.
I think
Jonathan
it's 4
is always
p.m.
live with lots
in
of
the
different
UK.
cool people. So please do check that out. Thank you all so much. We'll
Thank
talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you.
Aloha.